Happy day 19. So when you replay this, I will be in Arizona. I'll be celebrating my beloved's birthday. And yet I will be practicing, and this is here so you will be practicing. And as you settle and as you come in, needing a blanket, 2 blocks, we're changing the asana warm-up. I know there hasn't been asana for a little while, and so if you only have 30 minutes, the summer just gets busy with so many other activities. This is a sequence that I'm absolutely in love with, keeping the front body open. When we're traveling, we tend to be seated in a train, a car, a plane, and so opening through the front, all the way through the fronts of the thighs, across the pelvis, through the throat and out the mouth. So continuing to use this sequence, it's a little more advanced than what I tend to teach, and it's that way on purpose, so that we can continue into it and begin to feel our progress. As we open the front body, we will find our way further and further in, and just do what you can as you begin. With that in mind, we have Pixie Lighthorse, honoring prayers of honoring voice. If you want to, you can look it up on my bookshelf on bookshop.org. It will be there. And this is for the summer honoring practice. Thank you for this day of ritual devotion. Guide me to the mat, the trail, the teapot, the canvas, the confrontation. May I test my flexibility there and stay true to my form all the way to the edge. Be my mirror, my educator in matters of discipline and rhythm. Open the shelter of my mind to constructive, caring response. Let all that comes to me be my teachers. Move my form, move my feelings with dedicated habit. Help me to rehearse for growing stronger and more resilient. Stand me up like a mountain, spread my arms wide, expand and clear the valves of my heart to help me move from there alone. Point my fingers skyward and widen my stance. Wrap enormous wings around my legs to strengthen my rooted stance. She is so wise. Sitting tall, I ring the bell, and as the sound fades, the past fades, and we arrive in this present moment. 30 seconds. Hands and knees. I'm placing a blanket beneath my knees. It's up to you. If you don't need it, you don't need it. Blocks are at the top. Use your props as they support you, and then as your practice opens, then slowly they set aside. Tuck your chin around your back. And release. We're going to inhale rounded. Exhale arching. Just reversing our pattern. And as we reverse here, notice the inhale as you round brings your breath into the back body. Brings the navel to the spine. And as you're opened, as you're warmed, it may progress, it may move more swiftly. We'll go 10 more. Toes together, come onto your fingertips, shift to your child, wag your tail, 3 breaths. Hands and knees, tuck toes, down dog, walk your dog. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Lunge. And the left knee down to the floor. A block underneath your left hand if you choose. And the right hand, 3 big back circles. Hip shift back. Open the chest, the shoulders, all the way to the fingers. Good. As you reach up this time, hips only. Turn your palm forward toward the front of your mat. Let your hips shift forward and back, but keep drawing your hands apart. And then pausing, left palm down, right hand high. Keep that, and turning the palm open, reach back and open through the chest, the throat, turn of the chin, open, close the right hand. And then right hand down. Step back, down dog. Feeling the right hand, right hip high, right heel down. High plank, look forward. Broaden your back. Downward facing dog. Left foot will step up, find a lunge. Right knee will come down. Right hand on a block. Back toes tucked under. And a big reverse circle. Letting the whole body participate in that circle. And then keeping the left hand high, palm facing front, hips forward and back. 3, 2, 1 more. And pausing. Turning your left palm open through the chest, turning your chin shoulder to shoulder. And left hand forward. Set your block aside, downward facing dog, aware of your left thumb down, left hip high, left heel back. And find center. Good. Step your right foot up again. Put your left knee down. So, left hand on the block. Right hand comes up. You may work right here. You may reach straight back as we just did. Or bending the knee, work right there. Or hold the outer ankle. The whole front of the chest broadening. Using the foot to open the right side shoulder, right side chest. 3. 2. Bringing your breath, your awareness into the right side lung. And setting down. Step back, down dog. High plank, look forward. Down dog, look back. The left foot will step up. The right knee will come down, the right hand on the block, the left hand high. And reaching back, that might be your work. Or bend the knee, that might be your work. Or holding outer ankle. Broadening across the pelvis, broadening across the chest, lengthening from the heart to the throat. Use your left foot to draw the left side chest open and breathe into the left side lung. For 2. And down. And stepping back. Down dog. Left thumb down, left hip high, left heel back. Opening through the shoulders, through the hips. And step your feet up. Lift halfway, hands to the floor or to shins, and fold. Hands up the backs of your legs, sweep wide, rise tall, reaching, interlace your fingers, press your palms.
a little to the right, out of the left hip, upright and a little to the left. Upright, palms together, thumbs to the heart, and reach up, look up. Knees soft, folding forward. Step back to a high plank. Down to the floor, belly down, and 3 cobras peeling open and rolling down. And you're going to snake your way up through the shoulders, through the hips, through the crown, and then back down. So side to side to side to side, all the way up and down. Press back, child, knees wide on your fingertips. 3, wag of the tail, hips back, navel long, 2. And downward facing dog. Step yourself up, lift halfway, fold in, 3, 2. Hands up the backs of your legs, interlace your fingers, reach up tall, heels down, palms up, tuck of the chin and to the right. And upright and to the left. Upright hands wide and behind you, interlace your fingers, let your palms be broad, heart high, chin in, lift your toes. Firm your thighs, lift your hands, firm your arms, and let go. Hands up high, look up, lift up. Knees soft, big, bend, fold down, step it back, high plank. Knees to the floor, and take your blocks and walk your blocks back and put them outside of your tucked under toes. So option 1, right hand at your hip, left hand up and reaching a little to the right, and then left hand to left hip, right hand reaching a little to the left. Just as we did standing, so that the whole front of your hip and abdomen is starting to lengthen. Or right hand to the block, and then left hand to the block. Or right hand to heel, 3. And then left hand to heel, 2. Allowing each side to open, 1 more to the left. And bring it down, hands and knees tucked, toes downward facing dog. And pause, 3 breaths. Bring your left knee to your left wrist and your right knee down. And my right hip is not on the floor. You may work right here or bend your knee. Left hand to the center, right hand up and back to catch your outer ankle. I am not on the floor with my hips. And just like your camel, up and open through the right side. Flexing your right foot, opening through the right side, chest and throat for 3. And 2 hands down. Step back down, dog. Right foot, right knee to right wrist, and this time I will show you a support of adding a block, if needed, a block underneath your right hip, because then you can see it. So I'm putting my weight in my right shin, and I can stay right here and bend, or right hand to the center, left hand back, hold that inner ankle. Pressing your front shin into the floor, pressing the left shin into the left hand, coming up through the front of your body. If the block is ever an impediment, then you set it aside. If it's needed, it can come in front of you. All sorts of ways to support yourself. And then you bring it forward. And you set it down. Press back down, dog. Right foot steps up. Left knee comes down. 2 hands come up. Put the top of the back foot to the floor. Lift yourself a little bit back. And just gently start to that little snaking up you did in the cobra, little loosening rise as you bend the front knee and press the top of the back foot into the floor to lift the heart, to lift the throat, to lift the gaze. So that it's not about sinking into my pelvis, it's this elevation all the way into the pinky edge of my hands. My eyes are wide, my navel is wide. And set back, down dog. Stay 3. 2. Good, step your left knee up. Bring your right knee to the floor, put the top of your right foot flat, and bring your hands up high. So as I come up, I come back. Pressing the right foot, I open the right thigh. Coming forward, I square the pelvis and lengthen the navel. From that foundation, I lift the heart. The thumbs point back, the shoulders down. And it's only then that I begin to allow the left knee to go forward. All the stability to handle a wide gaze, a wide grin, and a fold to the floor. Stepping back, downward facing dog. High plank. Belly down, 3 cobras peeling open through the chest and rolling down for 2. And rolling down. And 1 more. And fold back down dog. I'm pausing in child. Keep your low back long. Keep the crease of your hips available. And hands and knees, tuck toes, walk it out. Notice if there's any stickiness. So hands and knees, and again, we're going to repeat the camel sequence right there for a moment. I'm putting the blocks beside my feet, rising up to start, right hand, right hip, left hand up over. So this is a perfect place to begin to press your toes down, firm through the legs, firm through the glutes so that you can open up and perhaps a hand to the block. And there's no hurry. If there's a moment, a pause, a place that needs a little more time, hands to heels. This time we will stay right hand down, left hand lifted. Broaden the pelvis, a lift of the heart. And then the left hand down, either hip, block, or heel. Hips forward, heart high. It's not about how far I go back. It's a lengthening. And then down. Pause in your child a moment for a counter pose. Down dog. Let's just find the back of the body for a moment. Right foot steps up. Left foot steps in, slightly heel down. If needed, your blocks come up to the front. And we'll use them to
Blocks on their edge for me, lifting halfway, tail square. Fold down, 3.
Lift halfway, tail back, spine long, navel to body. And fold. To lift halfway.
And this time as you fold, you may have made space. I'm setting my blocks forward to their bellies, palms walking forward, tail draws back. Scissoring my thighs, weight into my heels, toes are long, arms are long. Good, to lift up. Bending your right knee, put your left foot down. Turn your blocks on their edge. And step your right foot forward, just enough so that you've got a little bit of a straightening, and shake out your knees, shake out your hips. Exhale, fold down. Lift halfway, lengthen the chest, forward, the tail back, folding in 2. Just deepening into this fold. And again, as you fold down, perhaps you walk the blocks forward, perhaps you put your palms to the floor. 3. Good. And bending, step inside and shift your weight to the left so you can come back, down dog. And big bend, one knee and then the other. Bend in the left knee, right hip high, right heel back, stabilizing that line. And the left foot steps up. And the right heel steps in so slightly you're on 2 separate lines. The right heel is not on the same line as the left. Putting my blocks under my hands, I lift halfway, tail back, heart forward, fold. And lift and lengthen. To stay. Looking forward, bending your right knee to the floor. Walk your front heel a step forward. Perhaps the blocks down, or keep them as they are. Shift your hips back and fold in a little further. Walking your hands out, blocks down, elbows down, head down. And if it's available, palms to the floor. Press your hands down in a way to send the hips back, and then using your heel, draw your heart forward. So hands press down in a way, hips go back. It puts a little lift in the tail, a little tiny arch in the back, sending your heart forward. As you bend your front knee, 2 hands inside. Step back, down dog. A big bend in the right knee. Put your left heel back and down. And then just walk it out. Set your blanket aside, and you may rest in child here. You may rest in cat-cow, or you walk forward, bending down into a squat. So one squat looks like this, hips to heels. Or your squat, if it's a lot, you're just going to find this movement. Tail back, hands out, and stand. If you can squat all the way down, and perhaps you're warmed up and ready, palms down, we're going to jump back. So one option is step, step, up, up, squat. Or jump back, and jump forward, and squat. So either standing squats, stepping back, or pressing back for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And we will all meet
In down dog, step it back, step it back, step it back. Beautiful work. Right foot steps up, and we build a warrior two, and then reverse it. So back heel down, arms wide, strong legs, right hand comes up. Come back by straightening the front leg, get up, get out, and a little bend. Broaden the collarbones, feel the heat in your legs, the strength in your body. We'll change sides, bring it down. Step back. The left foot will step up, back heel down, and reversing. So we're aware of the broad collarbones. We're aware of the space through the pelvis, the strength into the legs. Straighten the front leg, wag the tail, bring it up, bring it out, and then softly come back in. And cartwheel it down. That we can feel our fortitude, that we can feel for ourselves how strong we are. Belly down, belly down, belly down, belly down. Walk your thighs back. Keep your palms beside your ribs. Lift your feet open and close. Open and close. 3, hugging the feet together. 2, hugging the feet together. And then feet together, roll up, bring your elbows down. So the legs are strong. A great place to work, if that's yours, or bend your right leg and then straighten it out and bend your left leg and reach it back and a little longer. So as you bend your right knee, take your right hand up and back and hold. Square your hips, square your chest, reach your left fingertips forward, tuck your left toes under, and we'll just lift through the right side. 3, set down. Lift through the right side. 2. Opening through the right shoulder, opening through the right collarbone, and changing sides. So the right elbow down, the right foot flat. The left knee bends, the left hand back. Right fingertips forward. Right toes tuck under, lift up, and then bring it down. Reach into the left heel, left chest, and fold down. One more, lift up. And set down. Palms down, forehead down, and wag your tail. Rising up, sitting tall. You'll take your blanket, and before we build our cross-legged seat, just sitting tall. Shake out your feet side to side, your knees up and down, and fold your right heel in. Just a little more length, a little more action in our seat. A block can be useful if you don't reach the floor. So let's start with a block under the left elbow and the right hand up. Turn your right palm to face your left foot. And then with a weight in the left elbow, roll the right ribs open, roll the right shoulder away, and maybe a little more overhead. Sit your right hip down. Roll your right ribs open. And upright. And change sides. Right leg out. I'll block inside the right thigh. Left heel comes in. So right forearm down. Left hand up, over. And pause, turning your left palm simply to face the right foot. Reaching your hands apart, elbow down into the block. Sit your left hip down. And the left hand maybe reaching. Keeping the left ribs back.
2 feels out, adding the blocks inside your thighs. So the last preparation here, feet side to side, knees up and down. We'll bring the right elbow to the right thigh, left hand up over. And then left elbow to the left blocker thigh. And up over. 3. 2. 1 more. And upright, hands to the blocks, hands on thighs, pausing tall. You are broad through the collarbones, you are clear through the base. May we be guided to our clarity, to our truth, to our highest communications. Cross your legs, sitting tall. If that's all the time you have, and you don't have time for the Kriya, and you're just using it for asana, finish with this breath, and then go to your Shavasana, right? So, thumb and first fingertips touch, right hand, fingers together, thumb points back. Closing the right side, you breathe in through the left, out through both nostrils. Close the right, breathe in left. Breathe out both. In left, 2, 3, 4. Out both, 2, 3, 4. In left. Out both. As you breathe in left, bring energy up the spine and out both. In and out. Out both. right hand down. Aware of the spine, aware of the quiet. And then knees wide, toes together, child's pose, arms out, forearms down, forehead down. Keeping that same breath in and up the spine. On the exhale, finding white light in the spine. If your forehead does not reach the ground, use a block. Support yourself in and up the spine.
On the exhale, white light in the spine. In and up. And in the spine. As you go up, see colors: red at the base, orange low belly, yellow navel, green heart, blue throat, indigo forehead, violet crown. Exhale, white light. In and up. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, crown, and white spine. Continue. .30 seconds. And come upright. Building your cross-legged seat, sit tall and notice. So much of the energy here is reminding us to listen. And it's not listening to podcasts or listening to shows, listening to other conversations. We have a lot of input, but there's a listening in the quiet. It's a listening for expansion, for something to subside, arms wide, palms open, turning left. Turning right, bend your elbows, palms face you. Arms straighten, looking left. Inhale. Elbows bend, looking right. Exhale. It's as though I could listen to this posture, that I could listen to this pace and how it feels. I could come to know it. Could listen, give it my attention. Close your eyes, and we go.
one more turn, left and right. And then sitting tall at the center. Take your hands high, inhale, lift your chin, 3 sleeps. Tuck your chin, cap that, and lift the pelvic floor. Draw yourself up toward the top of your head. Then lift your chin and breathing out, hands come down. Building a kneeling posture. The more that I practice this sequence, the more I have a sensation of heat and circulation and access. So if you need to, a block between your heels. If you need to, seated on a chair, palms open, hands out, extend your arms, pinkies together, lift your chin so slightly to point at your fingers, and out with a ha. Close your mouth, out the nose, same breath, on we go. Fifteen seconds. Three, two, inhale. Hard up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. Seal that all, let it rise toward the top of your head. Hands up. And exhale, bring it out, bring it down. Hands behind you, either holding a strap or interlace the fingers, knuckles down, hard out, chin in, opening your palms but keeping the knuckles, lift your hands.
5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Heart up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. Directing everything up, 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 up to the midbrain. Chin up, breath out, hands releasing, notice. Crown of the head. May we be guided to our highest communication. May the words we use with ourselves be supportive, cheering, enthusiastic. Yes, you, yes, yes, this is yours. You are doing this. I am on your side. Beautiful, delightful soul, I am with you. May these be our words to ourselves. Build a cross-legged seat. Kurani Kriya, directing this energy at the throat, stabilizing it in our stillness, finding that long exhalation and emptiness. In the emptiness, the possibility of this listening. In the listening, an intuition. I am not interrupting myself. Hands high, last two fingers. The pinky and the ring finger fold down. Hold them with the thumbs. The first two fingers come together and point at each other at the height of your throat. The rhythm of the breath is 3 counts to inhale. Hold for 5. Keep rising on that hold. Lifting the pelvic floor. Elevating your energy. And then exhaling all the way out. Now we're going to add a little something today. That as you exhale, if you get to the bottom and you run out of breath, I want you to go out whispering as many times as you can from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2,
If that gets in your way, then ignore it, don't do it. Exhale all the way. And we breathe in for 3. Pause for 5, keep rising, pelvic floor lifts. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you run out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in. And pause, rising up the spine. Exhale out the nose. In. Hold. And out. In. Hold and rise. And out. Continue. need to go, let it get softer. Less force, less effort, more rhythm, more listening. Finding your last exhale at the end, hands down. May our words express our higher perceptions. May our patience and our listening make us curious and generous. So much happens when we give it time. Staying seated as you will, or unfolding 4 minutes, either meditation or shavasana. to deepen your breathing, either in your seated meditation or in your shavasana. Your fingertips to your sternum, right in line with the nipples. Softening there, feeling for that subtle shift, landing in the heart. And letting go. If you have your oils, you can add them, or just try it, just these points. Left hand to rise, right hand, first or middle finger to the crease at the right side between the base of the hand and the start of the wrist, between the bones. Left side softens and creates access to the Ida energy, the moon energy, the listening, the integration, the exploration, intuition. To release, and the left middle finger to the right. So it's pericardium 7 at the base of the hand before the wrist, the space between the two bones. Right side shift, balancing the energy of the sun, the organization, the clarity of thought, the logic, the linear time, the completion, the speaking. And to release. Right thumb to the left, between the two tendons, 2 fingers down. The back of the hand, where the crease of the hand meets the back of the forearm. There's a softening, a space between the bones and between the tendons, and we hold. Deeper access into the body, into the inner organs. Deeper influence on the nervous system. Providing real presence, dissolving miscommunication. Left thumb to between the right tendons, the middle finger at the base of the back of your hand, right where the crease of the hand meets the forearm. Feeling the depth of your right inner organs. May we be heard. May we be held by what we hear. May we hear our magnificence. May we hear it in the bird call outside the window. May we hear it in the passing truck, in the plane overhead. The wind in the trees. I am all of it. Hands wide. Palms together down the center. And again, hands wide. Thumbs to the forehead center. I bow to myself and to all that I am. Long suck, short knob, inhale. Sa. I will be back live on Sunday morning and we will practice. I think it's the 26th. Pretty sure it's the 26th of June. I will be back home. So enjoy the week, enjoy the practice. Such a pleasure. I'll post pictures. And until then, travel well yourselves through space, through time, and into your heart.